Brace yourself for a dive into ancient Egypt's shocking justice system where horror meets history. Imagine amputations as routine penalties or criminals becoming crocodile meals. Yes, this was the reality of Egypt's ancient law. Join us on Presapien as we unearth these chilling yet fascinating punishments. Let's step into the world of ancient Egyptian justice. It's about to get intense. Welcome, fellow history explorers. You may think ancient Egypt was just about pyramids and mummies, but let's switch gears because we're about to delve into its dark judicial system. First off, the Egyptians revered life and its sanctity, so consequences for taking a life were severe. They distinguished between premeditated and accidental murder, with the former carrying grave punishments. As an example, a father murdering his child resulted in him being bound to the deceased for 3 days, enduring the process of decay. And if a child committed parricide, they faced the unimaginable, death by fire. Yes, you understood correctly, they were burned alive. Imagine a punishment so psychologically harsh, it could chill your bones. If you lack the wealth to grease some palms and avert trouble, then you are out of luck. However, bribery had detrimental ripple effects, not just for individuals, but also for the entire society. Corrupt officials would exploit their influence, forsaking their duties and precipitating administrative chaos. Egypt's ancient legal system didn't take bribery lightly, meting out penalties that would make anyone tremble. A bribe-taking court official could anticipate public disgrace, a loss of rank, and a demotion to the lowly status of a farmer. The message was loud and clear: ancient Egypt had no room for bribery. Yet even against such dire consequences, the social scourge of bribery persisted, plaguing even the most notorious criminals like thieves and grave robbers. Even the thought of criminals escaping punishment through bribery stirred discontent among the populace, underlining the necessity for justice. No, 4 on our list is public humiliation and perjury. Back in the day, an accusation alone was enough to tarnish your reputation, regardless of the verdict. Suspects had their names etched in public records, casting a shadow of scandal over their lives. Moreover, false testimonies weren't taken lightly. The law understood the devastating power of a besmirched reputation. Witnesses caught lying were met with harsh punishments, from losing limbs to being drowned. The intent was clear: the courtroom was a sanctuary of truth. Given the severity of crimes committed, it's no surprise that the punishment for heinous offences was equally harsh. For instance, those convicted of sexual assault faced the terror of genital mutilation. Murderers met even grimmer fates, being either set aflame or served as crocodile bait. This underscores the relentless severity of ancient justice. False accusations and dishonesty carried significant repercussions in a society where reputation was everything. The threat of lifelong infamy made anyone hesitate before giving false testimony. Now let's talk about the infamous city of the Noseless. Have you heard about Rhinocolura in ancient Egypt? A city reputed to be home to noseless criminals. Ancient scribes Strabo and Diodorus Siculus tell tales of this city, present-day El Arish, over 200 miles from Cairo. In ancient Egypt, committing a crime could mean dodging death but not punishment. Offenders were dispatched to Rhinocolura, their noses amputated, a macabre mark of their criminal status for all to see. And who were these residents of Rhinocolura? According to ancient origins, these were men convicted of theft, a stern punishment indeed, but it underlines how the ancient Egyptians upheld their laws and justice system with an iron hand. You might be curious about the fate of these criminals' descendants. According to the same source, the grim memento of their forebears' crimes, the amputated nose, didn't pass down genetically. As a result, no noseless descendants roam our streets today, a legacy of this ancient Egyptian retribution. Reflecting on these age-old customs and penalties serves as a stark reminder of the timeless importance of justice and the inevitable repercussions of flouting the law. Moving on, posthumous punishment. In ancient Egypt, death didn't grant criminals an escape. Their deeds were still judged and recompensed by the gods. Egyptians believed that in the afterlife, a person's heart would be measured against the feather of truth. If the heart, burdened by guilt, outweighed the feather, it was devoured by Amit, the fearsome soul-eater. Just picture the dread such an afterlife judgment must have inflicted on criminals. In the pantheon of ancient Egyptian gods, several deities bore the mantle of justice. Mahes, the lion-headed god, doled out justice to those who upset the natural and divine order. The wrongdoers, laid bare by Mahes, faced societal scorn for their guilt and transgressions. The goddess Meretsiga, on the other hand, punished the wicked with affliction afflictions such as blindness or venomous snake bites. She served as a divine guardian, ensuring communities were shielded from the misdeeds of the wicked and justice was meted out to those who merited it. Clearly, the ancient Egyptians were serious about crime and punishment, extending their justice system into the afterlife. The fear of divine justice perhaps deterred potential criminals, with the gods perceived as the ultimate law enforcers. Now, degradation, losing your wealth, occupation, or social status, was more than just a reversal of fortune. It was a punishment that struck deep, assaulting one's identity. The Egyptians understood this well, reflecting it in their justice system. Even if there wasn't a specific penalty for degradation, many punishments incorporated profoundly humiliating experiences, from being publicly displayed in chains to performing demeaning labor. However, there's more. In an extreme instance, a criminal was divested of their name. That's right, in ancient Egypt, your name was a sacred entity, so stripping someone of their name was no trivial matter. Subscribe to Presapien for more ancient history facts and shocking insights.